Good morning there, everyone. Good evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Andrew Tehako here with TNT Group, hosting this webcast for NakedTrader.com. The date is February 8th, 2011, and it is just pushing 6 o'clock here over in Chicago. Wanted to start out, didn't come in yesterday. Packers played Super Bowl. Just wanted to give a shout out and say congrats to them, and it was a big win. Really had me stressed out there after the halftime show and stuff. They kind of let their guard down a little bit, and I know there's a bunch of injuries, but they ended up pulling it out, even though they turned it into a pretty good game. But once again, congrats to the Packers. Huge win, bringing the Lombardi Trophy back to where it belongs in Green Bay. So now I have ultimate bragging rights living over here in Chicago with all the Bears fans, all my buddies, coworkers, things like that. But congrats to the Packers. Moving over to these markets, kind of a lot happening overnight. We saw a Greek auction come out. I'll shoot you over the numbers. They're expected to auction off 300 million euros. They actually auctioned off 390 million euros. The rate that they received was 4.64% versus an expected of 4.9%. And the bid to cover, very strong at 4.5 versus previous of 3.54. So overall, I think the majority of the auction went well. It seemed like it was a positive result over in Greece. So keep that in mind going forward in this morning session. We also saw German industrial production year on year. They're expecting 11.5. Month on month, looking for 0.2. The actual numbers that came out were 10.0% and negative 1.5% on the month on month. So a pretty big miss on that. We did see euros get hit a little bit on it. So a pretty bad German industrial production, but offset by a pretty good Greek auction, bond auction. So you kind of had a little conflicting stuff going on there with the euro. And you kind of saw it here last night. I got smoked in the euro. Pretty much a scratch all night here, my overall trading. But the euro, I got smoked in. That's where I lost all my money. Just a very choppy back and forth trade. They didn't really want to get direction too much. We are 70 ticks higher. Ultimately, direction was higher, but to get to there, it was very choppy back and forth. Hit it down, buy back up. There wasn't much conviction either way, I guess you could say. So keep those in mind, the Greek auction and the German industrial production. The biggest news of the night, though, China raised their lending and deposit rate by 25 basis points. Now, I think this is kind of expected. I think a lot of people are looking for it. They just didn't know when they would do it. And kind of a surprising move. It was the end. This is actually their end of their Chinese New Year's over there. And actually, these rates, the raising of the rates are actually going to take into effect tomorrow. Since it is the last day of the Chinese New Year's, all that will take an effect into tomorrow. So obviously the market's kind of priced it in here overnight, but oil, really got hit on it. Gold came off a little bit, equities came off a little bit, but oil was the biggest factor. It's down over $1 here tonight, with equities kind of hovering right around unchanged. There's a lot of reasons that I was texting Brian earlier before all this Chinese stuff, and I was thinking about possibly getting long oil longer term. A lot of reasons, a lot of technical stuff, just based on valuation too, where these equities are, Canada is, where the dollar is, with technicals also kind of going into play with that. But I was texting them, and then China came out with their news, and they dumped oil, and I was actually long before the China news. I reversed and got short, but I really like to be long oil. And the 87.55 area, right before the China news, was the hourly 20 bar. We haven't settled above it in a while. And staying long oil, I wanted to see possibly a move up and over that, and possibly hold it for at least an hour. And I would have liked possibly a move higher, and I would have liked to hold it longer term. But obviously the China news really came out and screwed up with that idea. But keep in mind, though, take a look at it. 87.39 now is the hourly 20 bar in oil. It's going to be an area if we do make a move higher here that we have to get above. Also, 87.11 is the daily 100 bar. So, I mean, we obviously broke through that. We're trading 86.46 right now. But keep those levels in mind, 87.11 and 87.39. Those are kind of two technical areas I'd like to see try and hold above and stay above, and we could possibly get a move higher. But those are kind of the things I'm watching for kind of a reversal of this little sell-off we've had in this oil. But that's it from here. Remember, China news, German industrial production, and the Greek auction are pretty much the big headliners of the night. That's it from here, though. Andrew Tehako with TNT Group, posting this webcast for NakedTrader.com. Here's a good trading, and hopefully the day goes well. Thanks.